Everybody, it's a brand new Saturday, February 27th. Only a couple days left in February this year, 2021. Let's talk about the hockey algorithm. If you haven't met Fu is a Microsoft Excel cutout person, and Fu pointed at this ridiculous, what we thought was going to be an over in the Colorado-Arizona game, and the final score of this game actually ended up being 3-2. They combined for a lot of goals very late. These teams decided that they weren't going to score until the very end of the game, and they didn't get to the over. Sad. Fu, what happened, man? Come on, Fu. Yeah, I know. That's the way I feel. I was so close. Connor Garland was inches away from sniping a goal to tie this game up with like no seconds left on the clock. Super close. What are we going to do about it, Fu? The Fu pick is clearly when a pick that looks so awesome because goaltenders were weak. We didn't take into account that Arizona wasn't going to try to play any offense most of the game. I know, Fu. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. It's sad. He just looks away. He's angry. It's okay. We'll recover. We'll do better tomorrow, all right? How close were we? We were like, no, that's thumbs up. How close were we? We were like that close, right? We'll get there next time. Okay, buddy. All right, Fu's gone. So it was an interesting day on Friday. This game got close to the over, but didn't make it there. LA did not show up against Minnesota. And Boston, I smelled fishiness in this game. They did hit the over, but it was the Rangers coming out of nowhere beating Boston. So underdog, favorite. The only thing that was sure was that Aiden Hill wasn't going to play well, and he didn't really, even only to let up 3, but he didn't play that well. You can see at the end of the game, especially last goal was really weak. So Colorado's going to win this game, and they did win this game, but they didn't even cover. So messy Friday, actually. How about Saturday? We have new games. We're not going to use Fu because Fu does not win. We're going to use other people. We've got our girls. We have cutouts for college basketball. Elena and Marcy, they were 2-0 today. I'll talk about my college basketball video later. But there's such a huge schedule here for hockey. Tons of games. So let's go through them. Of course, almost every goalie is unconfirmed at the moment. And is there going to be anything? I mean, we're going to have to get updates tomorrow. So subscribe if you want to get the updated list and everything. Let's just glance through the games. Washington against the Devils. I don't think Ovechkin is playing, maybe. I think Ovechkin might be breaking or not playing this game. Not sure. But Washington should win. And I mean, everything's kind of in line with Vegas there. I don't know. You could take Washington. Kind of says an under, probably because the under is like 5.5 or 6, I bet. Calgary and Ottawa. Ottawa's been a sneaky good team. Now, this is fascinating. It actually favors Ottawa over Calgary, and you would not think that. It rarely favors Ottawa at all, but they're streaking, and it's picking up on it, and it doesn't like Riddick, whichever one you want to call it, thinks Calgary's offense is really not there, so that's something to keep in mind, that it really likes Ottawa there. Philadelphia and Buffalo. Philly by a goal or so, 1.5, because you got, I mean, Buffalo's a weak team in general. Pretty one of the weakest teams of the day, really. Yep, tied with San Jose, essentially. Really like St. Louis over San Jose down here. Let's go back down. Philly, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. Ooh, really likes the Islanders over Pittsburgh. How about that? That's even better than the line, I feel like, there. So that's a good pick for the Islanders. Hates Dallas, loves Tampa Bay, thinks this is going to be a really, wow, and they're playing Oettinger too, maybe? Wow. Yeah, Tampa Bay minus like 2.5, it's thinking, or something. That's crazy right there. Carolina and Florida, likes Carolina. Okay, I see this. Close game, but a 3-2 game. Yep, Vegas pretty in line with that odds. Toronto and Edmonton doesn't love, but likes Edmonton as a team. Strong goaltending, strong play, and they're at 100, so how can you not take Edmonton here? Toronto's been iffy lately, too. I definitely would take Edmonton. I like that a lot. But whenever I say that, I always lose. Detroit and Chicago. Like Chicago at home, sure. Winning a 3-1 game, 3 or 4-1 game. Think about that. LA and Minnesota here. LA just got blown out. It's a very similar line. We still favor LA. We still don't trust this, even though they just got beat 3-1 today, essentially. They're doing it again tomorrow. Maybe LA answers back. Our stats haven't really changed yet. We'll see if they change after I refresh tomorrow. Colorado and Arizona. Yes, Arizona looked pretty sluggish tonight, and Grubauer could play, and Kemper could play, and it's still going to like Colorado to win this game. But it is fairly close. Kemper better than Aiden Hill. Vegas and Anaheim really likes Vegas heavily. Yep, says take Vegas minus 1.5, 4-0, 4-1 game. Montreal and Winnipeg likes a little bit of it over there and likes Winnipeg. Okay. St. Louis and San Jose, like I said, likes St. Louis and thinks it's worth their line. They have been sluggish lately though, but San Jose also has not been playing well. I don't think it's all at all. So, do we have any cutout people picks? Should we pick a new hockey person? I think we should. And let's do this, even though there's going to be an update tomorrow. Let's see if there's anything for those who couldn't, bet tomorrow. So you had to bet tonight. Who? We've had more luck with the ladies. Mata, that sounds like a Russian hockey. No, it's a girl. Wait a minute. How about so many people? Elena's pretty awesome. Let's keep Elena going. She can do both sports. All right, Elena, we're going to do hockey. You ready to do hockey? I think she is. Yeah, she's ready to do hockey, right? So, can you give me at least one pick? Where are you, Elena? Can you give me at least one pick? I'm thinking she's not really in that wheelchair. I think she was posing. That's my guess. But who knows? I'm a horrible person if she is. All right, Elena, you've been great at picking picks. So you look like you want to give me two picks. Okay, which two? Her picks. It's funny. I give these people personalities and the type of picks that they make. Her picks are like kind of obvious picks with reasonable lines. Like that's her thing. So, well, one thing I saw as did I talk about this Columbus Nashville game, or did I forget to mention this game? By the way, this it likes Columbus over Nashville. Sure, these are both teams that are not playing well, by the way, but one of them's got to get off the schneid. So hers is kind of obvious. She likes strong teams. She likes strong teams, right? She likes strong teams, and she likes them to win when, like they're at the top of the list. So she'd be like a strong power team. So she's like Tampa Bay here. She's like, give me Tampa Bay minus 1.5, she says, at like 100 even. That would be one of her picks. Another one would be Edmonton at 100 over Toronto, I think would be as well. Yeah. Yeah, those are the types of picks that she would make. See, this is 71-61 with Winnipeg over Montreal, but Montreal isn't playing well either. Toronto has only had 2 goals in the last 2 games, and they got them to barely beat Ottawa. I like this a lot, and so does Elena. So it's Edmonton on the money line at 100, and then, yeah, what did we say here? Tampa Bay minus 1.5 against Dallas. Because Dallas looks like a pretty weak team with Odunger. And of course, we need goaltenders in here, so Elena's taking a guess before the goaltenders are in the game. And what happens if there are goaltending changes, Elena? What do? You have to think about it. And you have to refresh and determine whether or not you want to put one guy in or the other, right? So what happens, for example, like I predict there could be a few different goalies in here tomorrow. And one of the games that I just talked about, which was Toronto, what if they don't play Hutchinson, right? Well, what if they play their other goalie who's better, Frederick Anderson? We could put him in here where Toronto plays, and put him right here, and refresh this, and see what happens to this game. This all of a sudden becomes a 3.9 to 2.7 game instead of a 5.2 to 2.7 game. Wow. See that? As a matter of fact, I would imagine the lines makers are predicting Anderson to play this game. So here you have a game that, see, think about that. She's thinking. She's thinking now. She's not just, but they still win, but you can see that Frederick Anderson's goaltending is better, so this becomes an under game. That's why you really got to watch and see what the goaltenders are. But the more solid game is Tampa Bay minus 1.5, because even if Dallas plays gosh, who's Dallas's other goalie? Even if Dallas decides to play Hudobin, right? They don't have that huge guy anymore, right? Ben Bishop. I don't think they have him anymore. If they play Hudobin, this game is still 6-0, 6-1. Doesn't matter. So that's why Tampa really. Eliza, did I say Eliza? No, her name is Elena. Elena is going to give us one pick. All right, you're going to give us one pick, honey. We like the smile, but you're going to give us one pick. And that pick is going to be Tampa Bay -1.5. And maybe even Tampa Bay -2.5. That's probably why she had 2 thumbs up. She's like -2.5. And the other person we do who picks is Marcy. Because Marcy has the clipboard. Where's your clipboard, Marcy? There you go. Marcy's got the clipboard, and she's going to... What is she going to do? She's going to give us our early morning coffee pick. She's going to give us the early day pick. What times are all these games late tomorrow? No, they're at 1 o'clock. Okay, Marcy. You've got the clipboard, which means the difference between Marcy's and Elena's picks is Marcy's picks involve a tremendous amount of research. She's looking deep into the numbers, right? Because she's got coffee. She's tired. And she needs, she's exhausted. I think she's got a gap tooth issue, but good for her. All right, so if you look deep into the numbers here and see something that Vegas is perhaps looking past, what would it be? Well, our adjusted power percentages are quite interesting because the redder they are, the weaker the team is. And so we see this just drastic difference. Like you could think about, well, where's the margin? Like the greatest difference between teams, there's a big difference here. 23%. This is a huge difference, right? 48% difference in strength there. Enormous. So she's also coming to this Tampa Bay Dallas game. This line should be -250 in my opinion, not -182. So, but Elena already took that. Elena gets first dibs because she's in a wheelchair, so she gets priority. So in this case, well, what are we going to do? What else can we research? What's the second Marcy pick? Because she was good at basketball yesterday. Will she be good at hockey? Well, can she pick an over somewhere? A sneaky over somewhere? You want high strength teams? This is probably an over. Some 5s, some 6s. The Montreal game. Montreal, Winnipeg again. 6 or 6.5. Excuse me. LA, Minnesota. Detroit, Chicago. Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. Are the Islanders going to continue to put up goals? And really, here's the other thing. And I kind of go to this. I think Marcy would look into this Ottawa game, and she would see that of all the teams, Calgary is projected to score like the fifth lowest number of goals. There's some people that are projected to score a lot of no goals. This is crazy. Chicago's a really good pick. This is 27% difference, only -167, and Detroit has difficulty scoring goals. They did just come off a win. I don't know. There's too many unknowns. I need some goalies, so I'll do another video tomorrow when I actually do my picks for the early games, I guess, because you've got some goalies might be confirmed right around noon or 1 for 3 or 4 of these games. And then I don't know about the later games because you're probably not going to get information about that. But I'm going to have a lot of college basketball running tomorrow too. So this is going to be a series of long videos, I'm sure. So Marcy does not know what to do. When we get our coffee in the morning, we will figure this out, right? Yes, we will. All right. So good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning.